Well, I lived through the night, and big surprise. So we get a little bit of a road walk, and then we go into the Horatio Colony Trust lands, and we'll be out of Keene here shortly, and headed back into Swansea on the other side and into Chesterfield. And then hopefully we'll be linking up with the trail that I did earlier this spring. I don't think I'm going to finish today. Well, that wasn't the plan anyway, but it might be pretty close. So, alright, check back later. Alright, so I'm back in the woods, finally. No more road walking, no more rail bed walking. The rail bed was nice because you could make good miles, and I put in quite a few yesterday, but pretty boring. There's not much to see. When they made the rail beds back in the 1800s, they blasted to make it as level as possible, so you're often in this high-sided tunnel, and it's pretty boring. But I did make good miles. I think I finished the day, counting the approach trail, with almost 22 miles. So that was good. So now we just have the little ups and downs between here and Daniels Mountain in Chesterfield, I believe. There's some smaller hills, but that one, if I remember right, is the biggest one. Excuse me, the biggest one. So, trail's kind of weirdly marked here. You see those blazes, but they don't stay consistent. Depends on which trail section you're using. The blazes are different colors, different shapes. The Wantastiquet-Monadnock Trail is designated with a blue diamond, but it's only at major trail intersections, so it gets to be kind of boring. And it's sometimes confusing because you go a long ways before you see another blue diamond and you start wondering if you're on the right trail. So anyway, that's it. They don't call New Hampshire the Granite State for nothing. Alright, so I don't know if I'm going the right way or not now. The trail is clearly marked. As you can see, there's that blaze right there. But they change as you go from one trail to the next. And the markers that are supposed to denote the Wantastiquet-Monadnock Trail are few and far between. And I was on this yellow blaze trail, and it had a blue diamond, which is the marker for the WMT. Then I just came on to an orange diamond and no blue diamond. So I don't know. So we're gonna find out. I mean, my map recon and the topography reading say that still going the right way. So we're gonna go with it and see what happens. So compass says we're good, topography says we're good, and it's pleasant out other than the mosquitoes. So we'll see what happens. I'll check back later. Well, I just got bit by a spider. Felt it, well, I saw it hanging. I tried to dodge it and it dropped right into the back of my shirt. And I tried to scoop it out, but I didn't feel it in there. And kept going. My collar must have aggravated him and bit me right on the back of my neck. So we'll see what happens. Well, it appears my instincts were good. So there's the official signage for the Wantastiquet-Monadnock Trail. And we're still in business. So just cleared the Horatio Colony Preserve, and we're headed into Daniels Brook. That's actually, that diamond back there is the official trail marker for the Wantastiquet-Monadnock Trail. So they don't put them very often. It was a long time between signs. So we'll see what happens. But we're making good time, I guess. And that's about it. It's pretty out here. Peaceful and quiet, which is nice. You can hear traffic a little bit in the background, but all in all, it's pleasant. So alright, so we're making good progress. What a beautiful morning, though. I'll tell you. The weather's not too hot yet. It's supposed to be like 80 today, I think. But so far it's pretty decent. The only drawback is the mosquitoes are rampant. Pretty thick. But I'm moving along enough to keep them off of me. It's only when I stop that they all catch up. So birds are singing. Can't really beat this. Trail's marked a little better now too, which is nice. A little confusing before. So, but we're making good progress and we're headed toward Pisgah Park. So we'll check back in a while. So from a purist viewpoint, these old wood roads might not necessarily be hiking or viewed as hiking path. But on the other side of it, you have to wonder what kind of history these roads have. I mean, I haven't taken the time to look at what the road is actually, but there's got to be some history. You know, the land was cleared or something. You can see signs of old logging in here from a long time ago. A lot of the trees aren't very big, so they must have all been cleared at some point. And it just, I don't know. There's got to be a ton of history here. So, just a thought for the moment. There's a small cave right here where the arrow is. Just going to put it out there. This is a pretty neat area to walk through. Get out of this zoom. I just passed a cemetery that was established in 1790. This is part of Pisgah State Park, and apparently back in the late 1700s and the early 1800s, there was a thriving community in this area. So you can see, well, maybe you can see, there's like a stone corral right here next to that cellar hole that I was just pointing at when I started this video. So obviously some farming happened. There's another set of stone walls that go through here. Just a really neat area to walk. The trails are probably just the old roads from back in the day when people lived here 200 some years ago. So just wanted to share that. So I haven't checked in a while. We're well, 16 miles in for the day. We've got maybe a mile, just over a mile left. There's a shelter just outside of Pisgah State Park that I'm gonna try to use tonight. Right now I'm on a big hunt for water. It's been quite a dry stretch here. Been a couple of places that it was like a little seep of water, but it was pretty ugly looking. And while I've had good luck with my Sawyer squeeze, I don't know how much I want to trust it with some really funky looking water. So that's my next thing. I'm just about out. I've got maybe a half a liter left, and it's pretty close to 80 degrees today. So it's been a hot, sweaty day. So that's about all for now. We'll check back in probably when we get to the shelter. We'll look around and see what's up. All right, out. Well, I found water, and I came on this little clear running stream. Just a small one, but it was enough to get my water bag in. It was a deep little pool. So I cameled up, drank about 2/3 of a liter, and then I filled both liter bottles and filled my 2-liter water bladder with dirty water so I can filter it when I'm ready. The Dort shelter was a really nice spot to stay with everything you needed right there. Time to make some dinner. Pump some calories in. That's a serious ramen bomb right there. A package of ramen, half a package of cheddar and chipotle mashed potatoes, a stick of cheddar and Gruyere cheese, and some beef jerky. Bring on the calories. Alright, so here we are. Finished the day with about 17.3 miles, and I found the shelter. It was about, I don't know, 0.2 off of the trail. So dinner's done, and now it's time to get away from the mosquitoes. Got the shelter to myself, so I slung my hammock up in it, and that's it. We'll turn in for the night, get back at it tomorrow. It looks like it's going to pour tomorrow, so I'm not sure what I'll get for video. I'm hoping that I actually will get a view of Brattleboro, though. That would be nice. Last time I was at the top of Wantastiquet, there was no view at all. It was socked right in with fog, so we'll see what happens, and we'll check back in the morning. Out.